name's Jamie Stone, and today we're going to be making a calendula ointment, or as some people like to call it, a salve. Now, calendula promotes cell growth. It also is an antiseptic and an anti-inflammatory. The ointment we are going to prepare today, you can use on wounds, cuts, cradle cap, diaper rash, and other rashes. So I already had the oil made, and what I did was I picked calendula just out of my garden, the buds as they were starting to open up, and I just put them in this jar with a cold pressed olive oil and let those herbs infuse their constituents and their goodness in this oil for about 3 to 4 weeks. So I've already strained a cup of the oil out, which is what we need for this recipe, and we're going to put this in the double boiler and heat it up so that we can add our beeswax and melt the beeswax to give it that ointment feel. Now, calendula tea you can also drink for indigestion, skin troubles, moderate fevers, and it also helps to treat swollen glands. So now we're just going to let this heat up, and we'll be right back, and once it's warm we'll add that beeswax. Alright, so our calendula oil has heated up, and now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of beeswax, either grated or you can buy the pastilles that are already broken up, to our 1 cup of the calendula infused oil. They're kind of sticky little suckers, so gotta kind of make sure that you get them all. Now, if you want to check the consistency of your ointment before you pour them into your containers, what you can do is take about a tablespoon of your oil and ointment and put it in the freezer for roughly about 5 minutes, and then pull it out of the freezer and see if it's at that consistency that you want. And then if it's too hard, you're going to want to add a little more oil if you have it. If it's not quite ointment-y enough for you, you're going to add a little more beeswax. But my beeswax is already melted. So now I'm just going to take some precautions to make sure that I don't dump or get any water into my ointment, because all that's going to do is encourage spoiling. Bear with me, this could be painful to watch. So what I'm going to do is pour it back into here so that I am able to pour it into my smaller containers. All right. Now, I'm assuming it's at the consistency I want. So at this time, I'm going to add about 4 to 6 drops of lavender essential oil. And what this is going to do is not only make it smell good, but lavender essential oil is actually an antibacterial, an antifungal, and an antimicrobial. So, just more good stuff. I add 6 because I love lavender. I'm just going to grab my little spatula here, stir that in. Alright, everything is all stirred up now. We're ready to pour them into our containers. Now, something really important as far as calendula goes is you never want to use calendula on a cut or a scrape or any type of wound that is infected. Because calendula, like we talked about earlier, promotes that cell growth. And so it can actually cause your wound to heal over the infection, which actually draws that infection into your body or pushes that infection into your body. So just keep in mind that you don't want to put it on anything infected. So this will keep, as long as it's kept in a cool, dark place, this will actually keep for at least a year. So I'm excited to try it. It's a new recipe for me. I'm sure it's awesome. I love calendula. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.